Record. Okay, so what do we need for this blind contour drawing? This is a great warm-up. And the purpose of this warm-up is to get your eye and your hand to work together. It also is a great way to get your eyes to slow down and to really observe things as they are, which is easier said than done. So all you need is paper and something to draw with. Pen, pencil, marker, crayon, really anything, it doesn't matter. Now, I want you to find something. Now, it can be an object. What do I have on my table? I have a stapler here on my table. I can pick this, and I just set it on my table, and I'm going to look at it. Or you can look at any object. It can even be a window, a curtain, a lamp, your doorway. It really doesn't matter what it is. So what we're going to do is pick a place to start on this object with your eye, a point, and you're going to follow the contour or the outline of the object with your eye. But the thing is, you have to go very, very slowly, like almost as slow as you can stand to do it. And as you're following the outline of your object with your eye, you're just going to move your hand with your pencil on your paper. But the rules are you can never look down and you can never lift up your pencil. Okay, so any questions before we start? You can just type them in the chat box. Okay, so I'm actually going to time this, and we're going to have 2 minutes, which might not sound like much, but it could possibly feel like a very long time. And if you finish before the 2 minutes, just look at something else and keep going, or start again. Another tip is don't squeeze your pencil really tight with your hand. Try thinking about keeping your arm loose, okay? So your whole arm is moving while you're drawing. Okay, so pick something, and we're going to start. Ready, set, start. No cheating. No looking at your paper. Okay. Okay, just 20 more seconds. Yeah, don't look at your paper while drawing. Sorry, I just saw that. Okay, stop. Okay. So, how did it go? This is really a bummer that we can't show our video. So how about this? Let's share a little bit about what happened, what you were thinking, what your experience is, or how your drawing turned out or looks. Now, just share one at a time, either by unmuting yourself, and you can show us your video, or you can type something in the chat box. Somebody says 2 minutes is long. Yeah, right? It was fun. Okay. Kind of wonky, horrible result. Yeah. I'll show you what mine looks like. For sure wonky. Okay, this is how mine turned out of the stapler. I did the drawing twice. The first one turned out better, but wonky. Now I'm worried my eyes are not actually connected to my brain. Started with the coffee cup, but it was a disaster. I did another with the stapler, which was easier. Okay, right, like straight lines maybe are easier to follow than curved lines, you notice. I tried to draw a lamp, but it looks like a dead cat. Laugh out loud. It was terrifying when it was time to complete the loop, ending where you started. Right, so things don't necessarily match up. It's hard to keep your eye on the contour. It keeps wanting to jump someplace else. Distraction. Yeah, so this is really good observation, right? Noticing that your eye is skipping ahead. Right, so that's why you just try and slow down. Can we see the dead cat? Somebody wants to see the dead cat. Coffee cup was awful. It looks kind of like a squiggly line. You started with a hat. Kind of looks cool, but I picked a complicated scene. I had hard to stay with your eye. Yeah, great. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Okay, now that you have a sense of what's going to happen, what could happen, and also maybe if you pick something that had a lot of curved lines, you could try something with straight lines. If you tried something with straight lines, maybe try something with more curved lines. Okay, so you can draw the same thing again, or you can pick something else. It's completely up to you. So before we start again, does anyone have any questions or any more comments? Okay, I'm going to set the timer again. So you can draw on the same piece of paper. Hi. Are you guys?
Hi.
Hi.
We're so late, but we're joining.
That's okay. So everyone's keeping their video off because we have apparently low bandwidth. So that's why you can't see anyone.
Okay.
What we're doing is something called a blind contour drawing. So you have to pick an object, anything at all that you see.
Mommy's cousin.
And what you're going to do is, so I'm just reading. What you're going to do is draw the outline of this object very slowly, but you can never look down at your paper. So you just always keep your eye on the thing that you're drawing. And we're going to time it for 2 minutes. Okay, let's start again. Okay, are you guys ready? And go. Okay, 1 more minute still. Keep going. No looking. Okay, just 10 more seconds. Okay, stop. So what happened the second time? You can either unmute yourself or share in the box. Was it harder this time? Was it easier this time? Kind of better. I drew a teapot, but it looks like a weird Picasso. Yeah, well, not a lot of people would say a weird Picasso is cool. I felt freer. Very good. More relaxed. Ha ha ha! Binoculars from outer space. Great. A Turkish coffee pot. Ooh, very nice. Okay, I totally didn't connect back to the beginning point. No. Right. That's understandable, and that's okay. That's totally normal. It's hilarious. It helped to keep my elbow off the table. I think positioning is more important than I realized. Yes, so keeping your arm free to move is really important in drawing in general. Only when you're doing little tiny details do you want to keep your hand tight. You really want to draw with your arm and not just your wrist. Okay. Better, but still not a coffee cup. Straight lines were much easier. Okay, good. Ink demons escaping their containment box on my page, I guess. Very good. I think that sounds like a good result. Looks kind of like what I tried to draw. Very good. Yeah, so when you really can slow down, your eye can sort of track easier what you're drawing. I tried a much more complicated item, awful but fun. Okay, crazy shapes. Yeah, so I'll show you mine. I did a little potted plant this time, and this was my drawing, right? It's really simplified, but in a way, the point is not, does this look like a drawing that, you know, like a photographic drawing that is supposed to be sort of a picture of what we're looking at. So this is a really important thing about drawing that is good to address right at the beginning, which is we don't need a drawing to look exactly like the thing that we're drawing. In fact, it probably never will. A lot of people are good at you know, hyper-realistic, very photographic drawings. So that's one kind of drawing. But the truth is, we're interpreting what we see. So I purposely started with this sort of exercise to loosen up our ideas about what we think drawing should be and should look like. So I want to do another exercise that's very similar to this one, but this time you can look a little. And this time we're all going to draw the same thing, which is our non-dominant hand. So whichever hand, like I'm right-handed, I draw with my right hand, which to you looks like left, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm going to take my hand that I don't use for drawing, and I'm going to hold it. So here's my paper. I'm going to hold my hand close to my paper so that when I draw, I don't have to move my head back and forth. All I have to do is flick my eyes up and down, back between my hand and my paper. Now, don't hold your hand flat like this. You want to give a sort of dynamic pose. So something like with your hand going towards your face, right? Or sideways with your fingers curved. Something that will give a more dynamic view. Because it's like this, we would tend to do the outline again. So we want to do something that's deliberately very challenging, right? And also we have an idea in our mind of what it looks like. But hands are very expressive, right? Leonardo da Vinci, the master of hands, said that, you know, the hand is really the window to the soul and its expression. So, not the eyes. So try this, and we'll do again 2 minutes. 2 minutes seems to be a good threshold, right? It either goes by really quickly or it feels like an eternity. So does anybody have any questions before we start? You can type them in the chat box. Okay. So remember, hold your hand. Can we raise? No, this is a great question. No lifting up your pencil. So thank you so much for that. Yeah. Can you look at your paper? Can we pick up pencils up? Okay, so I haven't explained enough. Sorry about that. So what you want to do is when you get your hand in the position near your paper where you can easily see both, pick a point to start on your hand. Either like if you're holding it and you see both sides, just start on the right or the left side. For example, if I start on the left side of my hand, I'll start on the left side of my paper. Now, I'm not going to pick up the pencil again this time because I'm going to be following the outline, right? Now, you might see there are overlaps. For example, like I could go around this finger and then down and here, right? It doesn't have to be just the outline. I can also outline things like this and the finger where it makes that curve there, then to the next one, right? So start on one side, either here or here, on the same side. Do that also on your paper, and move your eye around constantly, and don't lift up your pencil because it's following your eye. Now, you can look at your paper this time, but spend 90% of your time looking at your hand. Okay, so that way you're really observing it. It's still going to be kind of a crazy drawing, right? So make sure you're not spending your time worried about how does this look? Is this going well? I don't think this is going well, right? Be more concerned about looking at your hand and which direction is the line going. Now, is it curving to the right? Is it curving to the left? Okay, so we're going to so you're going to draw with your dominant hand, which is the hand that you would naturally draw with, and look at the hand that you do not draw with. That way it'll be easier. Okay. Any other questions? Thanks so much, you guys. Okay. Are you ready? Let's try this. Okay, we're going to do 2 minutes again and start. Okay, and stop. So was that hard? I had to close one eye to keep my hand in focus. I'm missing one finger. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you're missing a finger. So fun. Yeah, so hands are actually an extremely challenging thing to draw. So this is a great way to sort of open yourself up to drawing something that's really challenging. I'm glad my camera isn't on. Not bad, not too hard, but my fingers are squished. It's both terrible and better than I expected. I have no palm. I decided just not to look at the paper. It was more interesting. Yeah, good. So in a way, not looking at the paper frees you up, right? To really just study the thing it is that you're drawing. I was really looking and it came out good. That's great. Congratulations. Excellent. Challenging. Yes, it's extremely challenging. It looks like a dinosaur. So if you found this challenging, I mean, what do you think exactly was challenging about it? Sometimes what's challenging is we know that it's hard to draw something, or we have an idea that it's difficult to draw something. So doing things like this can really sort of loosen up our ideas, our preconceived ideas. So yeah, I'll show you mine. I would really like to see yours, but I don't know if you can see it very well. It looks like a monster claw. Yeah, let's see. Oh, very nice. That's really nice. Great. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Hi, yeah, these are amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow, these are gorgeous. Mimi, yeah, you did several. Jan, let's see. Wait, put yours closer. Yes. Linda. Wow, these are so good. Jeannie, beautiful.
Okay.
Yes. Very nice. These are really good. Don't you feel like they're really good? Yeah, so while you're on, I mean, just share, if you're showing your drawing, tell us, you know, 2 things about it. Like, did you find it fun, challenging? Are you happy with how it came out? Are you not?
I really liked how mine came out. I was surprised, and it was fun to focus on each finger. So.
Yeah, you really studied the individual parts.
And the joints and everything,
yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's great. And yeah, you know, when you start to study hands, you see they're really just planes, right? They're, you know, they're kind of like, they're just like long boxes, rectangular boxes, fingers.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, somebody is saying, hold up, this Zoom is full of ringers who can already draw. Yeah, all the drawings are really good. Could you use a pen or charcoal? Your pencil drawing is difficult to see. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. I'll draw with pen or something darker from now on. Wow. That was really good. C. Broadbent. Yeah. Emanuela. Nice. Like wait, how did you do that whole drawing in 2 minutes? That's really impressive. Hold on. Emanuela, what were you saying?
Yeah, okay. I stopped the video. Otherwise, we lose you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you want to say something?
No. I thought that was more difficult. I think yes. It's. But the problem is the overlapping of the finger.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to catch it and to represent in a plane, but quite good.
Yeah, so this is a good way to sort of start really observing how things overlap in space, right? In the sense that it's pretty relaxed, but you're actually observing really, really closely. So this is also an important exercise because when you're drawing, you really want to spend more time observing the thing that you're drawing than looking at your paper, at least in the beginning. Right? I mean, at the beginning of your drawing, when your drawing starts to, take shape and form its own life, then you'll spend time finishing the drawing, looking more at the drawing. But if we're drawing something from observation, you really want to spend more time observing the thing than evaluating how's this going. Right? Okay. That's really nice. Does anybody else want to share? The proportions of my hand are a nightmare, but somehow the feeling of my hand comes through. Yes, this is the beauty of this kind of drawing, of these blind contour drawings, right? It's the feel and the gesture, the movement, the character and the essence of the thing is there, right? So maybe you got to relax your idea a little bit of how it should look. So that's all. That's really great. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so we're actually going to end it on this. We were going to do it again, but I wanted to keep these short and sweet, right? So they don't go on too long. And just sort of little tastes of, different ideas and approaches of things we can do. So does anybody else want to share? Either typing or unmuting yourself.
I just want to say thank you, Kelly, because this was really fun and a great way to pass an hour in this troubling times right now. So hats off to you for connecting us all across the globe with a fun
thank you so much. I actually wish that we could all see each other simultaneously and talk simultaneously as if we were in a room together. But I think there are too many people to be doing that. But I really wanted to do this as a way to sort of take our minds off of, what's happening for just an hour. I think when you draw, you really can't think about anything else. So thank you for being open and very patient with this whole, trying to figure out technologically. Thanks for participating. Does anyone else want to share? Thank you. That was a lot of fun. Great. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy. You too. Thank you. So I will be doing this again. If people have Facebook, that seems to be I know not everyone does. So yeah, not everyone has Facebook, but under the Sketching Rome Tours page, I will be posting events, and I actually started a group that anybody can join there as well. So we can share some of our drawings. I will post these videos. We can give feedback to each other. I can also post homework. You can ask questions, post ideas for things to sketch. So what somebody asked, love this. What can we do to keep practicing until the next session? What I would say is practice drawing things. Your hand is a good one, your feet, your shoes, anything you want in your house, just things that are laying on the table. But do like we did, where you spend 90% of your time looking at the thing that you're drawing and just 10% of the time looking at your paper. And always make sure to put your paper close to the thing that you're looking at. So the more you have to move your head to go back and forth, the more likely you are to just look at your paper. So, and remember, keep your arm loose. So that's what I would say is to practice in the meantime. The next meeting is going to be on Sunday at the same time, and I've called it Seeing Like an Artist. And what that really means is learning to look at the in-between spaces between objects. So I'll be posting about that in the Facebook group. So let's see if there are any other questions. Thank you so much. There are so many. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Perhaps next time, need to put depth in the sketch. Yeah, so we'll be doing little bite-sized things that will sort of build on, each one will build on the last. Okay, grazie mille. Grazie. Okay, so if you would like to donate $1, $2, €1, whatever your currency is, I'll put that in the Facebook page as well. And I'll see you on Sunday, or I'll see you on Facebook in the meantime. Okay, if anyone has any questions, feel free to hang around and chat. But now I'm going to stop the recording, and thank you so much.